How you doing, everybody? ABC Action News Chief Meteorologist Dennis Phillips. Quick update on Idalia. It is now a major hurricane, winds of 120 miles an hour, and expected to become Category 4 just before landfall in the Appalachia Bay. First time in history, a major hurricane is going to make landfall in the Appalachia Bay. And again, it is going to get precariously close to Tallahassee. It is not set in stone that it's going to go through Tallahassee, but it's going to be pretty close. Now remember, the extreme winds, the 120, the 115, the 130, that's only in an area maybe about 5 miles wide. So it is certainly not a large area of wind, and for that matter, even hurricane force winds only extend about 25 or 30 miles out. So the storm itself does not have a ton of distance for these hurricane force winds, but there is a small area with extreme winds. And if that were to go through Tallahassee, you would see massive power outages. You would see massive tree loss. It's something that would last. It would take weeks and weeks to get power back in some areas. The timing of that is between about 7:30 and 9:30 in the morning. And again, we will be updating through the overnight. If you are in Tallahassee or you have friends in Tallahassee, my suggestion strongly is to prep as well as you can. If you find yourself in a Cat 4 hurricane and you're not in a spot that you feel is safe, if you're in a home that windows may be breaking or something can be happening, and I don't want to sound dramatic, but a Cat 4 hurricane, you can sometimes have this happen. The safest place to be, just like it would be in a tornado, is in a bathroom, in a bathtub. Maybe have pillows with you. Some people have actually brought a mattress in to cover them. Typically, that isn't required. If you're a student and you're in a dorm, I'm sure you're going to be okay. I'm sure most apartments you're okay as well. But this is probably something you will have never experienced. Going through a Category 4 hurricane is a rarity. It's a fast-moving storm, so it will go in and out within a few hours. But in those 2 hours, unfortunately, it is going to be really, really nasty for areas right around the Tallahassee area. For the Bay Area, wind is not an issue. Yeah, we're going to see some winds gusting 40, 50, even up to 60 miles an hour. We've had that throughout the night on Tuesday and into early Wednesday. There has been some minor surge issues. The water's been rising somewhat, but at this point, it has not been a major issue whatsoever for a good portion of the Bay Area. That's where we are right now. We'll continue to track it. The next set of high tides will be between noon and 3. And honestly, I think by then, this storm will already be in Georgia. So I think it's a little less likely that it's going to have such a big impact on surge simply because it will be so far away from the actual water source itself. The Bay Area, the Gulf, pushing water into the Bay or into areas that feed the Bay. So again, Category 3 winds of 120. Be extra careful if you live in the Appalachia Bay area for surge. There's going to be a surge as high as 15 feet. And that surge is comparable to Ian. And then you go inland, Tallahassee will have no surge issues, obviously, being away from the water, but the wind will be the biggest issues. So we'll continue to give you updates through the night. We are live right now streaming on our ABC Action News app. Our broadcast on air is also streaming on the app, so no matter where you are, you can watch and get the latest weather information on what will be a historic hurricane hitting the northern Gulf Coast and the panhandle of Florida. You guys be safe. We'll talk to you soon.